This is your welcome meditation where we not only welcome all of the emotions and awareness and growth that we will experience in this process together, but we welcome our body, mind, and spirit into the mat in this moment. And I say mat, I'm sitting here on a bolster. You may want to find a place that feels really comfortable and safe for you to huddle up and do this meditation. For maximum meditation enjoyment, I want you to feel comfortable. So find that space and then allow yourself to check in with your body. I always start with a body check-in. And if you're uncomfortable, if your low back is hurting, or if your shoulders are feeling stressed out, then the body check-in is not going to go well. So notice as you're sitting here, if you want to move and find a way of being that feels good in your body. So you may be doing meditations with me a little bit different than you do meditations in yoga or other environments or situations where you've been meditating. Breathe deep, close your eyes, and turn inside your body. As you fill your belly, your ribs, your shoulders with breath, just notice how your body expands and contracts. Notice the parts of your body that feel good to expand and can really breathe into. And notice the parts of your body that feel relief or ease, acceptance. And then you might notice the parts of your body that feel tight, tense, gripping, holding. Listen in to your body. Welcome whatever you find there. And turn your attention and listen into your thoughts. What thought loops or spirals have been coming up for you this week? Where do you find yourself always resting in the back of your mind? Noticing and also welcoming any thoughts. There are thoughts that feel easy and reassuring. There are thoughts that feel difficult, dark, and they cause you to hold your breath. So just notice when you touch on thoughts like that and remember to breathe into them, expand into them. You are working on welcoming all that you are. Just again, the feelings, which might be difficult to disconnect from thoughts and body sensations. They are separate. Your thoughts and your body sensations cause your feelings. So, what feelings are coming up for you? What feelings have been rising to the surface of your consciousness this past week or this past day? Just again, hold space for their presence here. Open the door and let them in. You don't know how to fix, quote unquote, those feelings, and you don't have to in order to welcome them in. You can just be present. And this check in might feel really difficult. So I love to do a specific process of noticing the capacity that you have to hold space like this. So on your next breath, as you breathe in and expand into your belly, your ribs, your heart, your shoulders, notice the space at the top right before your inhalation becomes an exhalation. And then follow your exhale all the way down. Notice the space at the bottom before your exhale fills again and becomes your inhalation. Find that space and notice it. The top and the bottom. Your awareness allows that space to expand. You don't have to hold your breath. Of course, if it feels good to pause for a moment, you can, but you don't have to hold your breath. You can just notice the space that's already there. Follow it with your mind, welcoming the space, knowing that that space has so much potential. There's so much you can do with that extra space you're creating, that space that wasn't there a moment ago in your consciousness, and it is now. Space to hold all that's coming up for you. Anything in your body that you may be loving or struggling with, hold it in that space. Any thoughts that you've been circling around to over and over again that you can't get out of your head, let those thoughts fill this space. Feelings, emotions, whether it's ease and appreciation and excitement, or whether it's resentment or frustration or exhaustion. Allow yourself to continue expanding the space so that you can welcome all of this into your experience in this moment. And then place your hand on your heart and breathe into this place in your body where you can feel the warmth of your hand. You may be able to sense your heart beating inside you. Breathe into this place of wisdom and intuition, a place inside you that knows it's safe to open the door and welcome your wholeness. You are strong enough, creative enough, connected, and courageous enough to invite all of these experiences in. You don't need to fight them or fix them or defend them or win over them. You can let them all be held by your incredible heart. This space inside, your welcoming space, your heart space, that you can grow with just noticing the space between your breaths or your heartbeat. This space is always available to you. You can always go there and grow it. So even though we might spend a lot of time feeling rushed, trapped, or stressed out, when we get clear and rooted into this space, we become aware of this ability we have to think loving thoughts towards the challenges that come up for us as part of being human. Now, if you want, you can pause this recording and stay here for another 2, 5, 10 minutes, however long you prefer to have your meditations, and then restart again as I wind down our meditation with a poem, and I'll send you off. But you can stay here with this welcoming energy, breathing in, breathing out underneath your hand. I want to leave us today with the poem Guest House by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Again, that's Guest House by Rumi. I love to remind myself and you that your response to stress and trauma will continue to come knocking at your door, right? It's always going to show up to you because that's life. That's part of being human. And you can choose to bar the gate, to always be buying the nails and blocking yourself off or getting bigger and bigger rubs to sweep the feelings and the thoughts under, right? You can spend your time and energy doing that. Or you can learn through awareness, education, practicing, processing in your body, you can learn to open the door and welcome in the difficult, unwanted, shameful, malicious, just like Rumi says, parts of being human, being in relationship. You can welcome them in and you can learn to do that in a way where you can keep your nervous system grounded, calm, steady. You can keep your thoughts clear. You can recognize the truth of your experience instead of getting caught up in the falsehoods that you have learned about yourself along the way, without getting caught up in the coping strategies that you have developed throughout your life. So, as you finish this moment of meditation, you may want to take a moment and journal. What feels good about this idea of welcoming? What is challenging about this idea of welcoming? Do you need to keep practicing this every day this week? What's a good time for you to do that? Or is this something you can practice after you've had a difficult experience that you're struggling to hold space for? How will you take this with you and make it a part of your day to day practice of authenticity, wholeness, welcoming your body, your thoughts, your emotions back into your day to day experience? Because for many of us, we are disassociating our body from what's swirling around in our mind. But just noticing what comes up for you, all of this. Thank you.